Ladies and gentlemen, now presenting Digital Game Time Live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of DGT Live. I'm your host, Leo, along with Rick and Francisco. This is your family-friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture, all from a family-friendly perspective.
Yep.
There is no other perspective, Leo.
No, it's only the family perspective, Leo.
You okay there?
Bruh.
You okay? It's not.
I'm sorry, I got my mind blown. I saw Infinity War this weekend, and my mind got blow.
Yeah, we saw that.
Insert that one GIF.
Oh man, it's not. It doesn't do it justice.
No,
no. You need like 10 of those GIFs to just barely
Francisco,
get there.
what did you think of the movie?
It
doesn't matter what you thought of the movie. Oh man. I've been waiting to do that for a long time. I'm sorry. We will get to your thoughts on the movie. I think we have a video.
No, we don't.
A time allocated to that, right? Right, Rick?
Yes,
right?
we do.
Okay, so we'll talk
Rick
about it in just a few moments.
I have not seen it.
We're psyched.
We're gonna spoil it for Rick
live. We are psyched. I'd like to thank everybody who's joining us live through Facebook. We do see AJ Bishop's watching us. Magali's watching us. We're expecting more people to be joining us here soon as they get their invites in.
I think we're gonna give people seizures with that. I think no,
and we're good. Bro.
It's even better.
We're good to go.
That way they can tolerate the show with seizures. So
yeah. No, man. I just want to welcome everybody. Also, I'd like to remind you, drop comments down below. Your comments will be appearing, ding, right over there, over Francisco's shoulder. Yeah, and please be responsible with the comments too. Your name is on them, so
people shame will know on who you are.
We are trying to keep it as a family-friendly show. Also, remember, if you don't know where to find us or any of our other backlog of shows, we have 3 years worth of shows.
Oh man, that's a lot of show.
That's
a lot of show.
That's a lot of show. Plus, we got our specials on there, our con specials, and
out and
regular
about
show about gameplay videos, Poke Mondays. We got lots of content.
You guys ready for Latias? You guys ready?
You can check us out at digitalgametime.com. Yep. Or you can check us out on other forms of social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All at the keyword.
You name it, we got
Digital Game Time. And if you like one of our sweet Digital Game Time shirts, original designs by yours truly and Francisco here.
The Coco edition.
digitalgametime.com/merchandise.
So, quick comment we got right here. I saw Infinity War 3 times already. Gonna see it again.
Man.
Oh,
man.
Jeez.
Now that's.
I want to see it again. I will say that.
That's
3 times.
That's commitment right there,
that's
man.
That's like $50 right there.
That's 9 hours of your life.
Once you factor in like the popcorn and all that stuff, you know, it's quite a bit.
All right. Good job, though. Good job.
It's quite a bit, you see.
What did they reach the billion?
Oh yeah, they already.
Yeah, it was.
That.
It's the fastest movie to reach $1 billion. Dollars in revenue, and it has yet to be released on the second largest stage in the world, which would be China.
Wow.
Speaking of Asian countries, fast tidbit about Avengers Infinity War. India, one guy going to the theater watching the movie died.
What?
Mid-movie.
Like
passed away watching the movie.
Was this related to like excitement or he just some kind of
causes? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a heart attack or something.
Then I'll allow it.
Heart attack. Oh
no.
Man.
Sorry for that guy. Sorry. Condolences to his family.
Yeah, man. And I heard some rumors of a Kevin Costner type of movie coming out pretty soon.
Well, let's see what we got going here.
I don't think it's gonna be in this particular movie.
Have you guys seen this yet?
No.
This is
news to me, actually.
This actually looks
legit.
Turn the
volume down.
Is it? Yeah. This actually looks legit, but what it reminds me of, though, is totally Arrow.
Really?
It just looks like Arrow with an actual budget.
In the medieval times?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking on either the Arrow or Robin Hood, but it just gives me that kind of vibe to it already.
This guy's been in a lot of movies lately.
This is the new Robin Hood trailer, by the way. I don't
Robin
think you
Hood.
said
That's
that.
why they Kevin Costner.
I think we assumed it with
reference.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
But yeah, he.
Well, that's
does
what you were
look
talking
like
about,
We
right?
know.
Okay,
but,
okay.
We're explaining it,
does look
for
like
the
Arrow.
millennials.
What the heck?
Millennials. Sorry.
Rick dying
No,
over there.
it does. It does look interesting. It does look full of action. It has that Robin Hood theme. Look, Django's in there too.
Jamie Foxx.
Django.
Jamie Foxx.
And it has Sideshow Bob, or no, I mean
Who is the actor?
Silent
though?
Bob, and what's the tall guy?
James.
James.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay. It's Jay.
What's the real? Do you know his name?
This is news to
Him.
me, bro.
Dude, that's Jay right there.
No, it's not.
Look, Jay.
No, it's not. No, but it looks legit though. It seems like it's a little bit more
It's been done.
modern.
You know
No.
what, Rick? You know
There
what?
there was a Robin Hood movie not too long ago.
Rodrigo's watching us. Okay, go.
What's up, Rodrigo?
There was one not that long ago.
Yeah, with the gladiator guy, Australian guy.
Russell
Beautiful
Crowe?
Mind. Yes, he was Robin Hood.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, dude, that was actually a really sweet movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, this reminds
I mean,
me
it's
more of
he's
a.
no Kevin Costner.
It reminds me more of that Assassin's Creed kind of.
This should have been Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly, but it definitely seems like it has that Arrow influence where he's just kind of some
The Hood.
random
some
dude,
dude,
that
yeah.
decides to put on a costume. And I still don't get how just putting something over your face,
They can see who you
people
are.
don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, magic of Hollywood.
Magic of Hollywood. But you know what? I mean, it looks good.
Hey, it must work because in banks
a
nowadays
rental.
you can't go in with sunglasses and a hoodie on.
right.
So, I
Big old
mean,
fake beard and. Well, anyways,
we'll see.
November 21st. We'll see how it
yeah.
looks.
I had
That-
actually seen that preview before. I forgot what movie I went to see.
That's
where
a
I saw
Black
that preview.
Friday thing. Oh, dude, have you guys been seeing this series?
I have
Oh,
actually.
I have.
I'm on like episode 4 right
I
now.
signed
I
up
think.
for YouTube Red just to be able to watch them, dude.
Wait, hold on. Pause for a second. Pause. Comment.
Comment.
Congratulations to me on finally getting the hair across.
What? It's
Po-
not here.
Pokemon. Oh, it didn't pop.
No,
it didn't pop up.
No.
Pokemon. So maybe we shouldn't say this because it's might be a violation of terms and conditions.
Oh, well, I got
But
him my hair
just leave it at
across.
that.
We'll just leave it at
Congratulations,
that. I
getting
got
your-
one. I got one.
No, I
The-
got it for you.
The methods by
Shut up.
the methods by which you got it are to be untold.
To be untold. It's up to I mean it's need to know basis.
So,
But I got a hair across.
We got
Thank you,
1984
Pancho.
LaRusso
Welcome.
versus Johnny Mnemonic, and
Johnny Lawrence.
or
Dude.
and then bam, hits him in the face with an illegal kick.
It wasn't legal kick.
34 years later.
Dude, this
was like
series,
The SpongeBob.
I love how they kept the respect for the original movie, yet giving it a little spin of more comedy, but at the same time keeping with the theme. I'm very surprised. It's very well done. I haven't seen a single episode that I'm
guys-
like, oh, it's dragging.
You guys ever
or
wondered
it's
what happened to
bad.
Hawkeye?
So yeah, dude. YouTube. I think this is their start for having original series that are not done by
YouTube Red, huh?
YouTubers. Yeah, like an actual, Netflix.
Well, wasn't there a
Hulu
couple
style.
movies that were supposed to? What the heck happened to those movies?
Those are
They-
done by YouTubers.
They got released,
I know, but
they weren't that great.
they got released.
They're
okay.
yeah, they're on YouTube Red.
So
but
I still haven't seen the series. I've just heard you guys kind of talk about it and whatnot. But after watching, paying more attention to this trailer, I remember we were talking about, or you brought it up, that there's this theory that LaRusso was the jerk, or he was
the bully.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bully.
Mhm.
This is what the trailer totally looks like. He
Yeah.
seems like he's a
if you
straight up
watch the
jerk.
first 2 episodes,
You
they
can
do give
tell,
it.
yeah.
They do give it to you from like both point of views a
Mhm.
little bit.
Okay.
So it kind of does make LaRusso seem a little bit like a jerk. They do mention the illegal kick,
Mhm.
which he won by, but it's just a little bit back and forth banter between the two, and they don't go too deep into it, but they do mention it, which I think it's good enough for what this show is.
But what I like about it is that both sides, both Johnny and Daniel, have problems. Even though Daniel has the most money, he has his own problems, and Johnny is trying to get out of his problems, but they still hold him back.
Yeah, it's just
So
like
yeah.
typical grown-up problems,
Mhm.
And in addition to that, I just have to say this: the acting
It's
is
superb.
No, I think it's terrible.
You don't
acting.
like it?
I think LaRusso did not become or the actor that plays LaRusso did not become a mainstream actor like in more films or whatnot for a reason. His acting skills are not.
Have you seen
very
Crossroads?
good. And also this other guy who plays the villain here, he's not that great of an actor. However, for what this is, and them playing these two iconic characters that they were the ones pretty much responsible for bringing them out, I think it's great. They're playing something that they are already good at and well known for.
So they reprise
but
their
in terms
role
of their acting skills, nobody's going to be getting any awards.
Dude, watch Crossroads with
I already
Ralph
saw
Macchio.
with Eazy-E and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I was about
No.
to say.
It's an 80s movie or early 90s, can't remember, but it's with Ralph Macchio and The Outsiders. And then tell me if he doesn't have acting
So
chops.
Wait,
do
The
you think-
Outsiders?
The Outsiders.
I already saw that.
Recently? Or when you were a kid?
I saw that when I was a teenager.
Watch it
And
again.
it's a good entertaining film, but I think it's more carried by some of the other actors than himself.
Dude, you don't remember
And,
this movie then.
So
and, in addition to that, also
Pony Boy.
he was in My Cousin Vinny. Have you guys
Oh,
seen
that one's a good one
And
too.
also,
with,
he's not he doesn't play
Pesci.
a big role in that. It's Pesci carrying the most of the film there as well. So I mean,
I agree to
he
disagree.
has more. He does have more work under his belt.
we'll meet you halfway and
And
say
he's-
that you're wrong.
He's a decent. He's
Deadpool reference.
decent for like television acting.
So,
Like, he's not a great actor.
Do you think that this series will have success?
Oh, yeah. There's already a season 2.
Due to the fact that it has a good story, not so much
Yes.
the acting, but a good story, or because
Yes.
it plays on the nostalgia factor?
No.
both?
It's a story.
Both. It's story.
There you go.
It uses nostalgia. And in addition to that, it moves it forward to modern times. It accommodates to what the youth nowadays have to go through, and also what our generation, which is them too, what our generation has to go through to struggle with the younger
The
generation.
struggles.
Like the difference, the differences
Millennials.
between the two.
All right.
So I think it's kind of cool. They're
Cool.
tackling it in a pretty neat way.
Watch
So
it.
this is-
Get YouTube Red.
This
30
is a
days
YouTube
free.
race, right? Okay, so is season 2 going to be released YouTube Red again?
YouTube
Will
Red,
season
yes.
1 be released for free after that or
No,
anything like that?
no.
Or so you have to have
You
Red.
have to it's like Netflix.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
I'll
They're
give it
playing
to
the
'em.
game now.
I'll give it to them.
Where's that meme with the guy?
Yeah. Our home YouTube.
Oh yeah, Rick. What else did you put in our
So-
queue here?
In light of Marvel success and whatnot, we saw this last week, but I don't think we talked about it on the show. I don't think it was out yet. I don't think so, right?
I wasn't here, so.
Probably not. So Ant-Man 2, we were talking about it last week because we said, what of this character? Like, where did he come from? And then all of a sudden we get, his movie, right? We're just kind of like, all right, it's just like a bonus film. This one actually looks like it has more budget into it, more of a plot to it.
Well, this is going to play straight into Infinity War 2. So, yeah.
So now he's actually been written into the storyline rather than just being some random film. I gotta say though, it looks pretty sweet. I mean, I know
it does.
I like
definitely.
Marvel films.
Have you seen the
I
trailer,
see them
Leo?
all. Yeah, we saw it last week, I think, right? Off
Yeah.
the show, not on the
Oh.
show, but we saw it
okay.
like after because I think it came out Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah.
What's the name of that bad guy? I keep forgetting his name.
Russell Crowe,
No.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yes.
But anyways, it looks good. They're playing more
of the same from the first movie, but it works. There's more humor. There's
Michael
now
Douglas.
a sidekick. We have the Wasp now, which in the comics, she's a big player as far as the Avengers is concerned. So I don't know what her role here is going to be in the movie world. But it looks good, man. It looks great. And Infinity War 2, I think we saw him like 2-3 months ago. They had already released some of the pictures from the filming, and we see Captain America with his original costume. We see Tony Stark and Ant-Man, which if you haven't seen Infinity War, you need to see it.
So is this going to be kind of like going back to the past, kind of?
No, I don't think so,
timeline-wise?
but I think it's going to set it up for that.
They haven't said yet, I don't
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I think it's going to set it up for that. And then
So we don't know where in sequence this...
I think Captain Marvel is going to develop more about that when it comes out in March. So there's a lot of Marvel.
July 6th?
Lot of Marvel.
Lot of Marvel.
Yeah.
Sticking on Marvel, but now switching over to Netflix. Your favorite, right?
Oh, Gia. Luke Cage.
Have you seen this?
The best.
I haven't seen it.
The best
Superhero.
African-American superhero, in my opinion. Sorry, Black Panther. I know you grossed over $1 billion and all that stuff.
Black Panther
But
is the Black Simba.
if we had... No.
Black
no.
Simba.
No. Warmonger is
Do you
the...
think
Warmonger
he's
is Simba. He's the rightful heir to the throne.
No.
And he beat Black Panther fair and square.
He did. Yeah.
And you know what they said?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't count.
Yep.
We like Black Panther. It doesn't count.
See, I've been
Sorry,
waiting to
spoilers.
have this discussion.
Spoilers,
with you.
sorry, but
now that you've seen it,
I'm sorry, but
I've been holding that. But yeah, Killmonger won fair and square.
Warmonger.
Yeah.
Warmonger. Yeah.
And
he's the
and they
real
said,
Simba.
Nah.
What about
like nah?
what about Ironmonger?
Liarmonger.
Iron.
Liarmonger. I don't know why that's hilarious, Rick. You're making us laugh, buddy.
Yeah.
You're making liar.
It's what I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man.
But I've been waiting so long to have this discussion with somebody. But it's just like, yeah, no, dude, he lost. Black Panther's not the king, bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think so.
Spoiler.
You know what, Rick? You had plenty of time to catch up.
I still haven't seen it, guys.
Oh man.
Still haven't seen it. Anyways, back to Defenders. So not Defenders.
Well, yeah, technically, he's a member of the Defenders.
Well, yeah, but it's not Defenders series. It's Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So you think
I love Luke Cage. He's my favorite.
You
one of
preferred
these
him
heroes.
over the other four, or was he?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I still enjoyed the first season of Daredevil the most out of all
Jessica
the
Jones.
Netflix series. But
Season
in terms
2.
of
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I need to get to that.
I don't know what I feel about that one.
No, I
in
have
terms
to
of
watch it.
superpowers, I have to put this guy way above even any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's above all.
You
of
saw
them.
what Iron Fist did to him.
I don't know, dude. Iron Fist is a top sell.
with his glow.
No, I hate.
I'll
I hate
admit
Iron.
his
I will not admit
series
to Iron
was-
Fist. I hate
his-
him too much.
His series was weak,
Maybe in the comics, yes. Maybe
Lukewarm
in
at
theory,
best.
You know.
but I think
no,
in
I'm
the
not gonna give it
Defenders,
to
the
him.
four of them were just amazing. I liked all of them in the Defenders.
They did a very well team. Yeah, they worked.
Wait,
together
in the
well.
series or in the
Defenders.
The
Defenders.
series. We're talking about series here.
comics? No.
Leo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have beef with Iron Fist. I just no Iron Fist. No, you have no reason to be there.
but he's the whole reason for
No.
the series,
Right?
like,
Iron Fist.
like that's his purpose.
No.
Well, anywho, when is this released?
This, you know what? I never
Is it
saw
July?
it. I never saw it to the end. I got
You're like, oh, Luke Cage, put it on.
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
There we go.
Darren trying to shake her.
So I mean, it was good. I liked all four of them. I will say that Iron Fist was the weakest series of the four, but I still think his character, his acting, his role
story.
was good.
His story is good.
I think we just
Mysticism.
expected. Well, maybe
It's
me
like
and you
Doctor
because we kind of.
Strange.
I think
type of
me and you
story.
because we know
Yeah.
more of the backstory. I think we
Yes.
expected more mysticism and magic and ninjas.
Yeah.
But budget-wise, I'm guessing
You guys
they
know
had
the
to-
backstory. I don't, and even I was expecting more of that stuff.
More ninjas.
More ninjas.
More ninja.
How could you not add more ninjas? If you have a chance to put a ninja in your movie,
See,
put
what
as
you didn't
many as
notice, Leo?
possible.
Every scene had a ninja. They were just camouflaged. You just didn't see.
Probably.
Yeah. Netflix doing it again.
June 22nd, I believe, is
June
what we saw.
22nd, yeah.
Sweet sauce.
Next
Oh,
thing.
dude. So
Netflix,
few
still on
weeks-
Netflix, still on Netflix.
A few weeks back,
Thank you, Netflix.
I brought out this topic of how Stranger Things was ripping off people, and these guys were like, "Meh." Now, what's happening, Leo?
So first we before we go, first we had the tape thing, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Then the second thing was the
Oh, the story.
the story was ripped off of somebody else's idea.
An intern.
And now the third thing is
So there's this storm picture. Famous photographer took a picture of a storm tornado forming, and it's a very nice,
an
well-done
actual
pictures.
natural
Yes.
disaster.
And apparently Netflix, Stranger Things people took
Borrowed
the
it?
picture
Google search.
and put it over like an overlay of different things to make it seem like the upside down was coming true, during the season 2. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And
DGT should
so
be
this guy
ninjas.
is like,
Who says we're not?
somebody told him, it's like, hey, I think they used your picture. And he's like, no, it looks similar, but I don't think that's it. Maybe it's, coincidence, whatever.
So he
But then
overlaid it.
later, he saw the actual concept art, and it was his picture.
Oh.
And so he goes to Netflix. It's like, bro, what's up? You didn't give me, or you didn't ask me for permission or whatever. And Netflix's answer was, well, sir, natural disasters and occurrences are not copyrighted, so it's not protected. Even though you took the picture, it's of an actual
I was just
natural
about
phenomenon.
to say that. I mean, it's a natural disaster he used. And they didn't use
pause
his
it before
picture.
we
They
start.
animated it, didn't they?
Yeah, they
So-
tweaked it, they animated it, but they still kept a few of the key shapes of his picture. So now this guy
Enough to be recognizable, but
and so this
Yeah.
guy went to. I kept reading on it. I read a few more articles about it, and this dude, the owner of the picture, actually went to talk to a lawyer, and he may have a case.
Well, here's the thing. Netflix is correct.
Yeah,
According to the laws that I'm aware of,
because
Netflix
you and
is
I
correct.
can take the picture of the same natural disaster,
Yeah, but if-
and we don't own the rights.
But if Netflix is inspired by it and decides to make
something similar,
See-
and they have it animated and
Yes.
it's changed enough, they have the right to
fair
animate-
use. Is what
animate.
it's
Yeah,
called.
it's like fair use. However, here's the thing, and this is what I don't like. If Netflix was the one who had something borrowed by somebody else, like a
They
common
will
person,
freaking raise hell.
like a common
Mhm.
person,
Yep.
they would hire their lawyer teams
Mm-hmm.
and they would bury whoever it was that was taking.
I think it is
taking them.
in their
Yeah.
right to say we can use it, but yeah, it should have been something like it wasn't a picture of me just going outside with my phone and taking a picture. Like this dude set up, and you can
Yeah.
tell that this picture was a professional picture.
Right.
So he took his time, his effort to get that right. Netflix, I'm sure, knew that. Could have easily shot this guy an email and said, "Hey, you know what? We want to use it just to let you know." You could even slam the Fair Use Act if you wanted to, but just to kind of give him a heads up and say, "Hey,
And
we're
keep
gonna
in mind,
use your-"
when we say Netflix, we don't mean like the people at Netflix.
Yeah,
We mean,
yeah.
we mean the
Like
people,
the
the team behind
the team behind Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And because yes, they have the concept artist. It was probably just the concept artist
Yeah.
that ripped it off, and then they went with
animated it.
and
They-
they had no
yeah.
idea that image
Came
belonged to
from
somebody
somebody.
else.
Exactly.
Right. So, but still, I mean, that's when we say that, that's what we really mean, because we can't blame everybody for
Right.
what probably was just one guy's mistake.
Exactly.
But
But-
it's 3 already. Stranger Things.
Hey,
Three Stranger Things.
Season 3's coming out. You know what a coincidence. But
Man.
aside from all that negativity, I mean, I'm pretty stoked about the 3rd season coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know if this is completely related to this, but the tape, the video cassette tape thing, whatever, it's been discounted at Target stores for $5 now. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because
Some Target
Yeah.
stores, because ours here locally, I checked into
It's
it. It's still at regular price.
So I don't know if that has to do with the fact that they want to get rid of them, or who knows.
Clearing out inventory, possibly.
Next.
Deadpool.
Still in the MCU. Oh, no, we already swapped it. Back to the MCU universe.
What?
Deadpool 2. Have you guys
Technically
seen
not.
this?
No.
No.
This is behind the scenes with Celine Dion.
What the
There's an
heck?
actual music video.
What the heck?
You guys have to check it out. This is Ryan Reynolds. You know what? I gotta say this though. I don't know if this is actually Ryan Reynolds
or a double.
or a double, and they just dubbed his voice over it. That I'm not 100% sure, but that is definitely not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god.
You'll see why in a minute. But if you guys haven't seen this, you guys got to check out the actual
What the
the
heck?
actual video. Deadpool in high heels dancing with Celine Dion for his Out of the Ashes, something like I can't remember the title of the music video,
You
but
guys seen this? What the heck?
his comments to her and her replies back to him. You guys got to watch this, dude. This is gold right here.
Oh
This is
my
funny.
God.
This is what
Dude.
I'm expecting of
I
Deadpool.
just gotta say this: the marketing team behind Deadpool
Pause it,
gets
pause
an A plus.
Pause it.
Yes.
So, you guys got to watch it. You guys got to watch it. Fans, audience, all you guys out there, you guys got to watch it. Look
May
it up.
18th.
I actually caught another reference.
Yeah, it's coming out like in 2 weeks.
We saw the trailer during Infinity War, and I got another reference. when he says, "Cool it, One-Eye Willie," Goonies, Thanos guy played in the Goonies.
Right, the brother. So,
yeah,
May 18th, Deadpool 2 is coming out. We've seen the trailers. We've seen some clips. It looks funny. It looks amazing. This just makes me want to watch it more because Celine Dion, you don't think of her as messing
as
around
giving herself to do something like that.
All right,
yeah.
I'll just give you guys this part at the end. He's like critiquing like what happened, and he's like, yeah, that was good, and he says, but we got to do it again. And she goes like, why? What? I mean, it was good. He goes like, oh yeah, it was good. It was too good. that was like an 11. We got to bring it down to like a 5.5 tops. And then she replies, she's like,
why?
This only does 11. Dude, it was pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
still on subject though. Okay, another thing.
DGT should be ninjas.
We should be ninjas. I already said that. You weren't listening. So another thing about Deadpool. We already went over. We discussed the whole acquisition of 20th
Disney.
Century by Disney, right? Ryan Reynolds is the co-writer of Deadpool 2. He tweeted, or I forget which social platform, he did a comment or an interview, and he stated that Fox told him to remove a Disney joke from the script. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he kind of went on and said, like, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but yeah, they made me do it.
He took it out, which means I can only deduct that they're probably working towards keeping him in the MCU.
So it can be kind of a good thing.
Disney owns Fox now.
Yes.
So
it could
but this was done before
it could be
whole thing.
A good thing. Yeah, because it was like right after, the whole filming, all this was going on, and, the acquisition was barely in process.
Yeah.
But either way, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Good because of what Pancho just said. It means that they're not going to cancel him. They're going to keep going. Exactly. So we know Deadpool to be, his foul language, his, what he is. But if Disney is going to have that much influence, we might get a watered down Deadpool.
Oh, very watered down. We'll see. I mean, it can still work.
Maybe just no direct references.
Let me
Disney.
just tell you one thing, though. I don't know. You guys
get.
don't play the Lego games, though. But there's, I think it was the Avengers Lego game. Deadpool comes out. He's the one that does narration and commentary, whatever. And he's pretty funny for being a kid's game, So it can still work.
It can work.
It's just a matter of finding the right way to bring it out.
No, it can. But the problem is we're used to this. And if this gets taken away and brought back, it's kind of like, I don't know if it'll work.
Ruining my childhood, Disney.
Possibly.
Okay, side note on that. I don't get that reference. It doesn't make any sense, guys. How, let's say like somebody that loves Star Wars. It's like, with the new Star Wars movies, you're ruining my childhood, Disney. Those movies are still there. You can still watch them, and you're no longer a child. How are they ruining your childhood? Have you ever thought about that? Doesn't make any sense. That statement to me doesn't make sense. But whatever.
Agree to disagree.
Carry on.
Yeah, I kind of see the point of that statement. It's not really meant to be taken too seriously.
Yeah.
But
AJ Bishop's telling us that Comcast has bid to buying Fox. Sorry, it's too late. Disney already did.
Yeah,
that.
it was.
No, they did the initial bidding, but the thing with Comcast was that they didn't give enough
money.
No, not money. There was something else to do with who covers third-party costs, and Disney said like, we'll cover them all, and Comcast says like, we're not gonna give money for whatever you owe. We just want you. Even though Comcast gave the most money, Fox went with the lower bid by Disney because Disney offered to pay those third-party costs.
Yeah, they just wanted no headaches.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't a current thing. This is something.
So you're buying the
that
house,
happened,
and you say, you pay the closing costs, and Disney's like, yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
Exactly. Yeah, something like that.
Good
Analogy
there.
Bam!
Oh,
So-
dude.
So we're here.
So Rick has not seen
Infinity
this.
War.
We're about to spoil it for him.
Spoiler-free discussion. Spoiler-free. Spoiler-free, dude.
Dude. Oh, man. All right. Okay.
I'm back.
All right.
I mean, we
we'll
can spoil
do-
it for Rick, but I'm talking about the
Our
people
viewers.
watching.
Who hasn't seen it at this point? I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen it.
I think 1/3 of our viewers probably hasn't seen
You
it.
think so? All right.
The good third.
1/3.
The good third.
So let me just start by saying
I'm 50% human.
this is Thanos' movie. This is all about Thanos. I can say that with confidence, and that he's not your typical villain, whereas he's very misunderstood. You can probably take it as to
I
whether,
understood him very well.
but you know what I mean. You know, it's in a way that he thinks he's doing the right thing.
I'm not saying I agree with him.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly. Yeah,
I understand, bro.
yeah. And the humor from beginning to end, it's a laugh fest.
Yes,
How they
it
made
is.
Between all the characters, or there's like specific.
everybody has like
Everybody has
funny
something.
lines.
However, there's a few scenes between some specific characters
Yes.
where they're just like drop dead. Like
Oh,
my wife had to like rib me just to
Oh,
get me to stop
man.
because I was like the scene was over and I was still cracking up. I was laughing so hard in that movie theater. I had
Wow.
people looking over at me.
This I gotta say is the first because
Dude.
your point of view of Marvel films is like you don't have that high expectations.
It's tempered. My point of view for Marvel films is tempered because I'm not a big fan of the comics.
Oh.
I mean, I
this
like
is-
them.
and this isn't a
but-
comedy movie, so
and this movie has a little bit of everything. It has the comedy.
Mhm.
It has
The
the
drama.
action for sure, of course. And oh man, it brings bucket loads of the drama. It brings bucket loads of the drama.
I was telling these guys
However-
earlier, when the movie started, like 3-4 minutes in, my jaw already dropped to the floor. I was like, oh, this is that kind of movie. Like, it set the tone of what this was going to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy
I have to
crap.
say, what happened was impressive, but I kind of expected it.
Did
to be-
ya?
I'll be honest. I did kind of see it coming, but then again, at the same time, it was just kind of like, wow, they
Yeah.
actually did it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it. I
Yeah.
saw it coming, but I'm glad they had the testosterone
Audacity.
to do it. The
Mhm,
audacity.
And,
Menage.
and you know one other thing that I love, probably you won't get this, Rick will get it. This is a comic book movie in the fact that
We saw it this weekend.
it's paced, it's made a structure as an actual comic book. I don't know if you noticed that whenever they're in different parts of the world, they put like the little description of where they are. That's like so comic booky. Like,
Yeah, they did that.
it's kind of like you get your vignettes of like certain heroes are doing certain
did
things.
we get any kapows and kablams?
You didn't need to.
No.
You didn't need to. But yeah, essentially, you were watching a comic book being brought to life.
Quick
And
comment.
That's what I loved about it.
Addressed to me. If I don't cry when I watch it, I have no soul.
I must not have a soul. I didn't cry, but
I
laughed.
almost did, dude.
He
I
laughed.
was like, I have to tell you,
I was
two
like,
characters.
Oh, they did it.
The two characters that I told you about in private earlier today, dude, that brought me down, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that tore me to pieces, especially after James Gunn, he's the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, actually said the line that Groot says.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, oh my God. Because, you know, he just says, I am Groot. So somebody asked him, what did he say? And then he says it, and you're like, oh, why? Why?
So we don't have Rocket as an interpreter for that one?
No, he's pretty.
His eyes do the
he's busy.
interpreting.
He's pretty busy doing something else. Let's just say that. Rick, you have to watch this movie, man. It's like it's so hard to be
I'll
cryptic.
watch it. I will watch it. I'm totally going to watch it. But when?
Oh man.
When.
When?
No, I'm just. Also, you touched on the pacing a little bit. I have to say, for as many different storylines as this movie was trying to tell simultaneously, yeah, they weren't complicated storylines to begin with, each individual one, but the meshing of them,
Oh, dude.
that was something that's really difficult to pull off
With
successfully.
all those
That's what they
characters.
tried to do in Avengers 2, and they failed because they had to make a lot of changes in post-production. And I think they ended up editing something like 30 minutes out of the film. I remember me and Francisco had a huge discussion about that. However,
when?
It says so on the bottle itself.
Dude, what's happening to us? Are we in a depth crisis or
alternate universe, alternate reality.
this used to be glass people?
Reality
I just
stone.
noticed his freaking
Reality
plastic.
Stone?
Yeah.
It was
Does it at least make the
no dude.
sound?
No, the
Oh, when
the
you open
cap.
it? Yeah. When I first, yeah.
There it goes.
It's still there, folks.
It's legit. It's legit.
That's all
Snap. No affiliation.
Yeah, the glass is better though. I like the glass more. I like drinking out of glass better.
It's isn't it less biodegradable or more?
Plastic.
Plastic is
takes
worse.
a long time.
Plastic takes
yeah.
years, like
Yes.
no, not more than decades.
They
Like,
still don't know how long.
like centuries.
Nobody's
right?
been alive long enough.
How
to
about
actually
glass?
test plastic.
How about glass?
Glass can
Glass
be
is
melted.
about 50 years,
Keeping it
unless
green.
you melt it.
Keeping it green.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I was saying
Infinity
the
War.
pacing, man. The way they
Pacing.
meshed all these storylines together, and it was more than 2 storylines at the same time that were running. There was plenty of them. It was still an easy to follow film.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was clear. It was concise.
You know
it
who
was
the
well
thread
organized. The pacing was excellent. And I gotta give him kudos for that, man. It
And
was
you know what
something very
surprised
difficult,
me?
especially because it had so many different characters in it.
Dude.
It would have been so easy for this to be like another Street Fighter, Van Damme type of issue with all these different characters on screen at the same time. But it wasn't. It was really well done. Russo brothers, you gotta work on a Street Fighter movie next.
They do, yeah, with all the characters. Can you imagine? No, but there's a character from the first Captain America movie that I did not expect at all to see here, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty freaking cool.
Spoiler.
Dude.
Everything's a spoiler at this point.
Oh, man, but yeah.
So you had, Leo, more specifically your outlook for this film, you just didn't really get into the hype. You know.
No, I mean, in addition to that, I was excited about it because I knew it was gonna be.
Rock your mind.
Yeah, it was gonna be
Rock your
Avengers meets Guardians, and you guys know I have Guardians up here in high regard.
I've seen that movie like 10 times probably.
The Eternals, Rick, I don't know if you heard about this. That's another obscure comic book, like the Guardians were. They're bringing them to movies. The Eternals.
But yeah, I mean,
Phase 50.
Probably.
I try nowadays to avoid most of the hype, just because I don't like feeling that anxiety of having to go watch a movie. It's like, no, I'll go when I'm good and ready. Hence, I went a week afterwards. So
I'm gonna buy none of that on the night crap.
Yeah,
Day of release. So
Yeah.
with seeing this one, do you feel hyped about part 2?
Yes, dude.
you know what? No, I don't think it's gonna get better than this film.
Oh,
I
bro.
think this is gonna be Empire Strikes Back, and the next film is gonna be Return of the Jedi. It's still gonna be a great film. It's gonna be an iconic film, but I don't think it's gonna live up to the greatness that was this film. This film, I don't think.
Comments, man.
I don't think this film is gonna. They're gonna be able to improve too much on this film. I'll be honest with you. This is Empire Strikes Back.
Keep in mind, filming for both were done simultaneous.
Yes.
So story-wise, acting-wise, time period-wise,
Everything's the same movie. It
Let's see,
was
how-
meant to be one movie, Leo.
Let's see how should I put this?
So they literally just
Okay.
sliced it.
They sliced
Okay.
the movie in half.
Let me say this. We know eventually we're gonna get a happy ending.
No, I don't think we are.
This one did not
If-
have a happy ending.
No, dude. If this is like the comics, there's not gonna be a happy ending.
If there's
at all.
not a happy ending
It's not.
at the end of the next film,
It's not going.
then
to
it
be.
has a chance of surpassing this one.
Yeah, no.
But
It
So you're
seems
saying-
to me.
the
So you're-
surprise.
So you're
of
trying to
having-
say is that the stereotypical, not stereotypical, the typical stereotypical,
like
the
the
typical
good guys
ending
win.
will make it a worse movie.
Yeah, what makes this film great is that it doesn't follow,
It's real.
It doesn't follow the
It just got
typical
real.
superhero beats that every single superhero film has followed since 10 years ago.
And that's
when
why it
Marvel
works.
released
That's why it works.
Iron Man. And that's the genius of this movie.
What were we
That's
talking
what's
about? You
so
mentioned
great
that
about
10
this
years
film.
ago, Iron Man Part 1.
Was talking about MySpace. Put that into perspective.
I'm trying to think. What was the last film you saw of a superhero that had a sad ending?
Empire Strikes Back, and they haven't done it ever since. And
Right.
and that's why it works. I get it. I get what you're saying.
And so this is
because they
and it
make
go-
you feel like they are like us. You know, like something can go wrong and it will go wrong. You know,
And I
So-
was thinking about the words that James Cameron says. I hope we get tired of superhero films.
Nah, not if
because
they do
these
this.
superhero films all have the same formula. They follow the same beat.
Nah, bruh.
Not
And
anymore.
After this,
I hope he.
after
I hope he
this-
watched this.
after this film,
James Cameron
it's
was like-
it's like Marvel's hearing us. Marvel knows what we're
About
murmuring. Like oh, superhero fatigue. Here we go. Here we
That's
go.
why.
and boom.
That's why Kevin.
They hit you with that
what's
juke
his name?
move.
Swipe the rug off your feet.
What's the Kevin guy's
Oh.
name?
Kevin
Feige.
Costner?
Feige. That's why he said
Happy?
when they asked him about him, like, "Hey, you heard the James Cameron's comment?" He's like, Pretty good. Good that he watches our movies. Kind of like saying like, oh, wait till you see this.
Yeah,
man, you know.
exactly. Now we know.
Yeah.
But
Wait till you get a load of me.
So let's just say, yeah, this is a movie that it doesn't get resolved. It kind of cuts in the middle of the action of what's happening, but the heroes are in a very bad position. Let's just say that. They didn't lose. I'm not going to say that they lost. Do you think they lost?
I'm just gonna say it has a sad ending.
Is
That's
it
all I'm wanting
is
to
it
say.
a
I don't wanna
Lord of
say
the
anything
Rings
else.
type of ending where you know more is coming,
Kind of,
but it
yes.
lets you feeling like
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
needed a little bit more before
Definitely.
it
Like,
stopped?
yeah,
Yes.
it's that feeling.
Yeah.
where you know more is coming.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not too excited about the next film. I'm just gonna soak in this one and enjoy this one for what it is.
Have one
Soak
year, bro.
or sulk?
You have
Soak.
1 year.
Okay.
I'm gonna soak in it. I'm gonna marinate in this.
You
film.
can marinate in it for 1 year.
Yes,
And
and then the next
Avenger
one,
juices.
and the next one, I really,
Ant-Man.
I
Fork
can
in it,
tell you right
'cause
now.
he's done.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is the next one.
I can tell you right now, I am excited to go see the following film, but my expectations for it are not very high
Oh,
because this one I think just knocked it out of the ballpark.
It did. I have to say, going in, I told my wife, I really hope that they did this. And I had a theory, and I even told you on the chat, you know, that if they had the guts to go ahead and do this, I will give them all the props, and they did.
I have one problem. It's a big problem for me, but it's not really big for most people. In this film, and people that watch it will know what I'm talking about. There's a scene where I'm just gonna say the good guys have the villain where they want him,
Oh, that
And
pissed
then-
me off so much,
and then
dude.
something happened
That
where
pissed me off.
somebody
I was mad, yo.
somebody made a choice,
I was
and-
mad.
and to
choices
me,
were made.
and
Oh,
to
like
me-
those
dude.
pictures.
Okay, well, let me just say, this character, I felt was more intelligent than that. He was.
I know.
he
I was pissed.
More intelligent than what they made him seem to
Yeah.
be in that moment in the film.
Since the
where
beginning, I don't know if you realized it.
like in each film he's been in, he's
up. He
his
goes up.
intelligence
Yes.
has just been. He's been showing us that despite the way he sometimes presents himself, he's a
He's
very
smart.
intelligent and smart individual.
Yeah, in this
However-
movie, they made fun of him.
However, in this film, no, I didn't have any issues with
I
any
did.
of the other stuff. I had zero issues with any of the other stuff. I
Like,
thought it was
even
great.
his-
However,
I can
that
say more.
scene,
Shut your mouth.
that scene where he made a certain choice,
Dude,
I was like,
I was pissed off,
why?
dude.
Like, why? This is like so out of character for
Yeah.
this guy. Why? Just so you can continue the plot along?
You needed
that's it.
You needed to give you a little hope that like, oh, it's almost resolved, and then like, nah, we're gonna go to the end.
Yeah, it just seemed to
Oh,
me like
man.
such a bummer to have this character be so out of character.
Yeah.
and
It's not
and
him.
I was like, no, that's the only,
Mine's
the only down
you
thing.
can give him the benefit of the doubt because of the reason why he acted like that. Then it tells you so much about his feelings, but still, like,
no, not even that.
No?
I,
You don't think
I,
so?
I would not. I mean, I tried to.
I was mad.
Let me.
I was
Let me
mad.
tell you, I was thinking about it
Yeah.
after the movie finished, and I was like, oh well, like during the movie, I just bought it. Like okay,
Yeah.
hook, line, sinker. Emotions run high, blah blah blah. But then after the film, I started thinking like,
bruh,
you know what? No,
it's the greater
it's,
good.
It's outer character. It's out of character. He would have still.
It's
got-
like when he
could have still
I
gotten
can't
what
say
he
that
wanted.
either. Rick, damn
He could have
it.
still gotten what he wanted.
You know what I'm
Out of-
talking
yes,
about.
I'm
He
the
would've still-
equalizer here. I'm keeping you guys legit
He would have
and
still
true right now.
gotten what he wanted
Oh man.
if he would have just waited a little longer. Like I'm talking about
2
seconds.
seconds, dude.
But
2
no.
seconds.
No, they had to put this for whatever reason this twist into this film. And I was like, why? This is so out of
Maybe
character for
part
this
two
guy.
will
They
shed
better
some light
redeem
on
him.
it.
They better redeem him in the next
So
one.
we have a comment. I don't know about this. AJ saying that the Defenders were going to be in the film, but the Russo brothers cut him out. I don't know about that.
They made a comment about it when everybody was asking, like, hey, are you going to have the people from TV, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Defenders, blah, 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 in the movie? And he just made a comment like, we'll see. There's already so many characters in it that we don't know if we're going to be able to fit anymore, but we're looking into it. He said that.
That would have been cool, but
I think it would have been cool if they brought at least Daredevil in, like a representative, from the
Defenders
Yeah.
liaison.
Mm-hmm. That would be even if it was just a quick cameo, like
Just
like
hey
he's
guys.
looking at the
Oh yeah,
sky
go
or
right over
something.
there that
Yeah.
way.
Like him bumping into
Yeah.
somebody like, oops.
Yeah.
I'm blind, guys.
It's like, no
dude.
offense to
Avocado law.
But yeah, hopefully next movie they bring him back because I'm with you on this one. Like
Part 2 may fix.
Hopefully
this,
they redeem him.
Clarify
okay,
this
well,
for you
I
guys.
think we've kind of exhausted
We
this
did.
review just a little bit.
You
but
need to go watch it.
I want to end it by saying this. I invited my wife to go see this film. We've watched a lot of these Avengers films and Marvel films together for the past 10 years, and we enjoy them a lot. Lately, though, just because family and everything, it's getting to be a lot more difficult to go to.
Movies.
Go to movies. Just go on dates in general by ourselves.
It was just you two, not your kids.
And I insisted for us to go and at least watch this one film, and then that's
Date
it. Like
night.
not even like a full date. Just let's go watch this film. Let's enjoy ourselves for these 2 or 3 hours, and go back.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the night, once it was all said and done, my wife turns to me and she just tells me, "You know what? Thank you for
This was
convincing me
nice.
to come see this film." She really enjoyed it. She even shed a tear towards the end, and
It's a sad movie.
and
Vic.
to me, it was kind
Take
of
your
like
wife with you.
it was just confirmation to me that said like, wow, I just watched a great film.
Yeah.
It
was.
a great film,
It was.
plain and simple.
Yep.
Anything
Go
else
watch it.
on our queue, Rick?
I think that was it.
Just our beautiful logo,
I think that was it. Our epileptic logo.
our epileptic.
Oh man.
Go watch the show after.
logo.
Go watch the film after the show. Not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight, bro. Man,
Yeah.
I
I think we're done, guys.
I just gotta say, man, I think
It-
it's
It apparently left both of you guys like
Dude.
in this state of I don't
oh,
know.
and I just want to add, I finally got to see Wakanda. I want to say Wakanda
Wakanda.
movie.
Black Panther.
I finally got to see Black Panther, and I thought the movie was great. However, in lieu of having just seen,
You should have seen that one first.
Yeah.
yes, in lieu of having just seen,
If I haven't seen it,
Go see
Infinity
it.
War, it wasn't the same. It was not the same.
I think
But-
you'll enjoy Black
But
Panther.
I want to ask the people here, or people at home watching us, what do you think of Warmonger? What do you think of Black Panther? I personally, I think Warmonger is the rightful heir to that throne.
He is, but
should
he's also
be
a jerk.
He should be the Black Panther. Is he a jerk though,
Yeah.
or is he just misunderstood?
No.
Is he just another Thanos?
Dude, no.
I think he's just another Thanos.
What did his dad tell him when he saw him all grown up? No tears for me? Like even his dad was sad.
Yes, but you have to also see, he grew up with no dad, no family.
I don't know.
He's
dude.
he's hardened by the streets.
Excuses. I don't
You
know.
know,
Excuses.
I like that. I like that hardness.
he's the black sheep.
I like the fact that you
Yes,
have a character that's not a clear cut,
He is
black-
the king.
He's
I
not
will-
a
I will
clear
give you
cut
that.
good or bad. He's more in the gray area.
I will
and-
give you the fact that he's the king. I'm agreeing with you on that one.
He's Simba, bro.
Yeah.
He's like a hardcore Simba.
All right. Wakanda forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching DGT Live here in this new edition.
New edition.
I like
Right.
to welcome thank you.
every
and
episode is a
invite
new
you to
episode.
visit our website, digitalgametime.com. Also, check us out on other forms of social media: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all at the keyword Digital Game Time. Until next time, I'm Leo, along with
Rick.
and
Francisco.
enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao!
It's Daddy's game time.